Hello, I'm Gus, and this is a special report from Catholic World Report. Today, we turn our attention to a statement that has sparked intense reaction across Catholic and interfaith circles. Cardinal Sarah, former prefect of the Congregation for Divine Worship, has declared that theological dialogue with Islam is fundamentally impossible. Rooted in personal experience and deep doctrinal analysis, his position challenges the more optimistic spirit of interfaith engagement promoted since the Second Vatican Council. But what exactly does Cardinal Sarah mean? What are the theological and experiential foundations of his claim? And what consequences does this have for the Church's approach to interreligious dialogue in the 21st century? Let's delve into the full story. In his recent comments, Cardinal Sarah stated emphatically, "With Islam, there can be no theological dialogue, because the essential foundations of the Christian faith are too different from those of Muslims." The statement has stirred considerable debate. It strikes at the core of contemporary efforts toward religious dialogue and underscores a growing tension between doctrinal fidelity and ecumenical outreach. Cardinal Sarah points to core Christian beliefs, the Trinity, the Resurrection, and the Eucharist, as foundational truths that Islam rejects outright. This, he argues, creates an unbridgeable theological chasm, but this is not just theoretical. The Guinean prelate speaks from personal experience. Having grown up and entered seminary in Islamic-majority Guinea, Sarah has encountered both peaceful coexistence and near-impossible tensions. He contrasts the brotherly Islam of his homeland with the harsh experiences of Christians in Sudan, Kenya, and Nigeria, places where interreligious relations are often marked by deep hostility and persecution. His lived experience lends weight to his skepticism. According to Sarah, theological dialogue assumes some level of shared framework, a condition he believes is absent between Christianity and Islam. However, he does not advocate isolation. On the contrary, he encourages practical cooperation with Muslims in shared causes such as defending life, opposing abortion and euthanasia, and resisting what he calls the new gender ideology. This pragmatic distinction between theological and practical collaboration reveals a nuanced perspective, one that rejects relativism while still engaging constructively in the public square. Sarah's views echo his controversial intervention at the 2015 Synod on the Family, where he likened Islamic fundamentalism and gender ideology to two apocalyptic beasts threatening the Christian family. For him, both are radical ideologies, distinct but equally corrosive to the Catholic moral order. Cardinal Sarah's declaration brings into sharp focus a central debate within the Catholic Church. Should interfaith dialogue prioritize shared values or doctrinal clarity? While Vatican II's Nostra Aetate encouraged respectful engagement with Islam, Sarah reminds us that not all dialogue is possible, particularly when it touches the heart of divine revelation and salvific truth. His stance calls for a renewal of Catholic confidence, a church unafraid to speak the truth in love, even when that truth draws lines rather than building bridges. At Catholic World Report, we believe that charity must be rooted in truth. And while cooperation with Muslims in the cultural and moral arenas remains vital, the gospel's uniqueness cannot be negotiated. We close with this question. In a world of increasing religious pluralism, how can the Church remain open without becoming doctrinally vague? Let us know what you think in the comments. Subscribe for more in-depth Catholic analysis, and hit the bell so you never miss an update.